As I sit in a quiet place, I mentally surround myself with a zone of silence, as if I have drawn a veil between myself and the world. Gradually, I begin to slow the rhythm of my breath. As I inhale, then exhale. I let my breath carry me deeper and deeper within. As the distractions of everyday life fall away, I let my awareness drop down into the inner chamber of my womb heart. Now I imagine that I am walking along a pathway that leads me further and further away from civilization and deep into the heart of a forest. As I follow this trail, I imagine myself winding around and among trees that are hundreds of years old. Flowers carpet the ground and birds sing. In the distance, I hear the muffled roar of the ocean's waves, rising and falling like music. My heartbeat, my breath, and the ocean waves keep time with the rhythm of nature. Soon, the path I am on brings me to a tiny, crumbling stone sanctuary, a place so old and hidden it has been forgotten by time. Thickly covered with veins and branches, it is clear that no one entered this chapel in centuries, perhaps even thousands of years. Intuitively, I sense that something deeply familiar lies within this forgotten shrine. Slowly, I push open the door and enter. As I open the door, something timeless opens within my soul as well. I find myself immersed in an atmosphere that is sacred and holy. Candles are burning. There is a smell of frankincense essential oil. On an altar stands a statue of Mother Earth. She's simply the Mother. She's all the feminine faces of God, but she's more than that. She's the Mother of life itself. Kneeling before her in reverence, I bow my head in prayer. Immediately, I'm embraced by her being, and the cares and worries of the world fall away. Soothed in her loving appearance of all my human faults, entering even more deeply into my meditation, the statue I'm praying before suddenly becomes alive and a real being. And now I find myself before the mystery of the living Mother of all creation. As she comes to life, the space fills with a warm and golden light. Seated before her, we gaze into each other's eyes. She penetrates my soul with a glance that loves me to the core of my very being. Emotions of sweetness, mercy, and loving forgiveness emanates from her, sweeping over me in waves of bliss, healing all the parts of me that are hurt, broken, and wounded. Held within her arms, taken onto her lap, I become like a little child with its mother. I touch her hair, her face in loving affection, and feel her loving affection for me in return. Going more deeply into this experience, I begin to feel as if the body of the ancient mother is the gateway of creation. Going beyond her form, I enter into a communion with the body of the earth. All her creatures, trees, oceans, rivers, mountains, cities, and people. Going even beyond the earth, feel the body of the ancient mother expand into spaces, becoming the bodies of the stars and planets and whirling galaxies that are spread over the universe like a mantle of bright jewels. Held in the womb of this mystery, I feel a powerful force, a holy energy, and the breath of life, the soul of the cosmos. I feel my heart beat in the rhythm with the rhythm of life itself. Slowly, I begin to return my awareness to my body, still seated before the ancient mother in prayer. Inhaling deeply, taking into every cell of my body, every thought in my mind, her cherishing, nourishing, life-sustaining love, and exhaling, letting this energy flow out of me like a river of grace, watering my life and all those I know and care for with a stream of blessings, happiness, and well-being. Now, I close my meditation, bowing one more time before the ancient mother. I rise and exit from her humble little sanctuary, closing the door behind me. As I walk my way back along the path, back to the life I left behind, I remember that I carry within my heart a precious secret, faith in the goodness of life, the gift of love of Divine Mother of the world.